for Priest. Actually, no, this one is something. So, hey, Matt.
That's me.
Bonus segment.
Hello.
Are you ready for a bonus segment, folks?
I don't like bonuses. They're scary.
Tough shit. We have Titan Forged a new segment.
Oh, no.
The following Priest spells have been added to the personal resource display. Yes, the PRD. The feature that is, I think, used by just about kind of like the more hardcore crowd, but I think it's probably used by quite a lot of WoW players because it's there by default and it works. And yes, it doesn't have features, but if you don't know what you don't know, then you don't know what you're missing. Therefore, you're happy with the personal resource display. So they've added a bunch of things to this, right? Now, here's the deal. Problem with personal resource display is it's basically completely impossible to have it to mesh with any other form of UI that is achievable with Blizzard's UI system. Because the second you move your camera, oh dear, my personal resource display is now underneath my action bar and I can't see it, which is a problem. But here's the deal. I don't know what the console commands are, but you know when we, in the settings video, talked about the personal resource display.
There's CVARs to fix it in place, yeah.
Yeah, so there are CVARs that can be used to detach the personal resource display from, like, I guess, this, the screen space projection or whatever into worlds fucking shit, UI shit, don't worry about it, but the way that it basically sticks underneath your character. Now, this is interesting to me because it does mean that, you see, weakauras do have available to them an anchor, which is the personal resource display.
Sure do.
And, okay, don't throw my screen up right now, Matt, but I'm just going to try to find this.
Okay.
Bellular personal resource display Legion. Oh, man, this was in an era of different titling practices. Hey, guys, would you like to watch Pimp the Legion UI bars with this brand new weakauras feature? Make an awesome, clean UI. And this old style of, you can show it now, this old style of...
oh, yes.
This old awesome thumbnail style. Back when we were all young and simple and...
I'll have you know I've never been young.
And I was in... Oh, my God.
You were in fucking...
Look at this, clean shaven.
You've not been that for 20 years?
Yeah, I see, this is one of the shocking things about this whole shindig, everybody. I'm declining at a rapid rate. I think I have about 3 years left. So... This is the personal resource display. Everything... Michael.
Oh, that textures.
This is a bit fucked now, isn't it?
What's a bit fucked? Everything?
So everything's a bit fucked. So let's try to find the bit of the video that's not shit by scrolling around this shit to not shit bar. So basically the deal here is... Hello, Michael, could you please move your camera? So here's what I did, right? I slapped all this on top of Blizzard's personal resource display.
Yeah.
All this jizz here. Okay, I said jizz. Don't really know why I did.
I was just thinking, yeah, it's the term you want to use.
Cool visual embellishments are now referred to as jizz, apparently. So, all of this jizz was slapped on top of the personal resource display. And then you see all this. This is all anchored to the personal resource display. And that kind of meant...
That vertical down swipe during the GCD makes me want to fucking rage.
Where's that?
You press the button, see the vertical swipe down the right.
Where do I move my mouse?
Icon.
Oh yeah, that was my GC. That is how I chose to display my GCD.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I was young and stupid, but
yeah.
I think that there was at least some form of little point to this. That basically you were able... This is like a super augmented personal resource display. Imagine if Blizzard's UI bars could be attached to the personal resource display or something. Now, this stuff here, this isn't. This is just normal bars. It's just like this stuff over here that I'm circling my mouse around. But I guess my point now is, if Blizzard are feeling willing...
What the fuck is happening to the demon spikes and stuff of the left-hand side? The positioning of those?
Fucked, as I said. Fucked, destroyed, blootered.
Fucking blootered is right.
Absolutely. But yeah, if we sort of go to this bit of our little bonus segment, in this very exciting video, but this is just me kind of...
Why is Fellblade in the middle of your screen?
I just placed it there so I could move it and sort of demo to people. Look at how these are moving relative to each other. But basically, the point is, hey Blizzard, there are CVARs that make this personal resource display that comes default in your UI be something that could actually mesh with your new UI system. And, even like for us as players, it's really easy to just use that as an anchor for weakauras. And that would mean that if this new personal resource display was a part of edit mode, if you clicked that, you could just attach a few weakauras to it, and no matter where you move it, because you're moving in edit mode, it will move the anchor that weakauras are looking at, which would basically make all of these UI features work together very nicely. For people who would want to use something a little bit more stock, a little bit less of a Luxthros or Afinar-based total replacement. But it was just like, this is one of the first times I've noticed Blizzard notice the personal resource display existing.
They've done it a couple times as expansion so far. They've done it for, I think Paladin had Shining Light added to it, I think. There recently, more or less, but yeah. And,
I think I know who Rob Schneider is.
Young Solid, I believe it's a character variable or customizable variable. Basically a setting. Basically a setting on the back end. If you have advanced interface options, you'll be able to browse all of them and see there's a fucking load of them. We'll maybe do a video on the best ones to change soon, because Dragonflight has impacted performance of World of Warcraft through upgrading graphical fidelity. Some people don't always like that. Some people like their game to run at an acceptable frame rate. Sometimes that doesn't always happen. Such as, I'm flying into Valdrakken. I've got 10 frames per second. This is fun. How do I not crash? Oh no, I've crashed into a wall. Fuck.
Yeah, now that the view distance 10 is even further.
Yeah.
Oh man, wow. And I'm using G-Shade now. Oh wow, you can use up your system resources. You can make it a hungry, hungry boy.
And it's still profoundly CPU bound. I noticed that because I'm sitting there being like, hey, why do I have 20 frames per second and my graphics card fan isn't fucking spinning? Blizzard, please. Please do something with this.
Yeah, if you want to find those commands, just install advanced interface options. What I would say, though, is if you're fooling around with the CVARs, it could be a bit of a nightmare. It's, in many cases, stuff that are, it's just not intended that should be exposed to you. So, I guess, here be dragons. Disclaimer, you could fuck it up. Okay, right. Bonus segment done.